Okay, if you guys are ready, I'm gonna start.
I am super excited. This is my first quiz.
That's okay. Nothing to worry.
Is it on Slack? That not
No, I'm going to give you guys where to connect. Can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. And if you join myquiz.com, if you enter this code, then I'm gonna be able to see you guys.
My quiz. Join.
It's going to be like 60 questions, 30 seconds for each question. So it should be done like 30 minutes. Somebody is here. Tunç is ready. Do you guys want me to like turn the music off or just like lower the volume as last time?
Lowering the volume could be fine.
Yeah, but the volume might, go a little lower, maybe,
Okay.
if you have that option.
That's kind of giving, the
I'm
feeling,
gonna
anxiety.
check. All right. Let's start. So, congratulations, Aslı.
Congratulations.
So
Thank you.
I saw Aslı everywhere. Like she was on the first place, then she moved second, third, fourth, then she came back like third, second, then she got the first place. So I think the time was more than enough, right?
Yes.
What do you guys think about it?
I think we were on schedule. Aslı little past, but
I think Aslı left somewhere and she came back. This is my
Probably.
opinion. Yeah. But if we check the points, they are close to each other. Okay. And if we check the total like accuracy of the questions, it is like more than 80%. That's really good. But still, I would like to go over the questions which you guys missed. If I can, it was allowing me to, okay, sort it by accuracy. So this is the one question. We have 3 correct, 1 incorrect on this. In case of master detail relationship, if we update the child record, can we update the field of the parent record using the workflow rule? So this is one of the questions you guys didn't see while taking the admin courses because we didn't mention anything about the workflow. But this is something like you should think about, like where we are creating the child record on the child object. And that relationship, it depends on that field. If you change anything on the child record, it is gonna affect the parent record. Does it make sense? So if I come back to the other question, 23rd. And the other one was 15. Salesforce is used to develop the CRM functionality based on the force is used to customize our data model, business logic, and user interface. What did you guys do here? 50-50?
I said to that.
If you remember, we talked about like Salesforce.com and Force.com. Force.com, it was about the business logic and user interface. And Salesforce.com for the CRM functionality. So it's true. Okay, 23rd. Which one is not a custom data type in Salesforce? URL?
Should be
Website.
created by.
Checkbox? Created by. Currency. So if you just try to see, I come back to any object, and if I try to create custom data type, so can you guys see anything about the created by? No. And the next one, transfer record is a type of blah blah in Salesforce. If a user is given access to transfer a record, then user will have the ability to transfer the record which have blah blah access. If you guys remember, we talked about the transfer record. We said even if they have the read access, transfer record is a type of record.
Permission, it should be, I guess, but read.
It should be read.
Yes, I mean, I
We
guess
say permission or record.
permission, I said,
Yeah.
because
I think-
user is given access, it says, so it's like permission, give access. I thought that way, but I did permission edit by mistake.
Permission edit. Oh,
Yes, it should be permission read, I guess, as I remember.
this is like if somebody have just read access, you are just giving a permission to transfer the record. So it should be this.
Yes,
I think I put this record to confuse you guys about this record. Okay, controlling fields depends upon dependent field. Which one was controlling, which one was dependent? Say we are doing states and cities.
states is the controlling one. I mean, you said states and cities, right? States controlling and then cities dependent.
So which one depends upon which one?
I think this was false. I did it wrong, but because of lack of language, I guess.
Because dependent fields, which is cities, they are controlled by the controlling fields. So these are supposed to replace. Then it will be true. So this is false. If we have an object A and object B with the existing records inside, without any relationship between them, is it possible to create a master detail relationship? Who said that we cannot create this one?
I said that.
Option A?
Yes.
Okay. Did you read the other options or you just like suddenly just checked?
Yeah, when I saw it, I thought it was the correct one, and then I read the other ones, and it still thought that that was the correct option.
Okay, so if you read it right now, which one is the correct one?
So I guess B.
Yeah, I just tried to put the same like words, what we were talking during the class. We said directly we cannot create the master detail relationship if there is an existing records inside. And while we are doing this, I think Ebrun Neal shared the screen and she was trying to create a relationship between hospital and doctors.
Oh yeah, I remember this. No, I gave the correct answer to this. There was another one similar to this that was.
Okay,
Yeah, I did this one correct.
Who Who made a mistake on this? It looks like two of you guys, but that's fine. So if the existing record is mentioned here, this is the one. Okay, one player said, yes, it is possible we can create master detailed relationship directly. Somebody said, no, it's not possible.
Or maybe it was me. I don't know. Now that I read it and it's very obvious that it was the B,
Yeah,
but I might have clicked on the A, so it might have been me.
okay. What about this one?
That I
How many
was
custom
wrong. I
can I
I did
create
wrong.
in an object with professional edition? If you remember, we mentioned the unlimited first. What was the limit for the unlimited edition?
500.
500. After then, I asked you guys the professional edition, and some of you guys said like 1000. Then somebody said like, if it is unlimited 500, professional should be less than that. Do you guys remember all this stuff?
I remember.
I have only one player give the correct answer on this. It looks like Tunç. Okay, so which one is not a standard profile?
What is
Salesforce
read-only
platform.
profile? I did read-only.
I was the false ones. I made a mistake for that question.
Yeah.
Where do we see the Salesforce platform user? It is right here. If we come to the user, if I can write it down. And if I check right here, this is the profile. Standard profile platform user underneath the standard platform license. Anyway, okay, which one we cannot customize in page layout?
I did business process to this.
Okay, so where we can customize the business process, or what was related to the business process? When we say like page layout, all of you guys know about this. Buttons are here, custom links are here, extended lookups are here, related lists are here, right? But business process is about the record type, if you remember. And it looks like only Aslı. All right. Deleting user from Salesforce is not possible, but we can freeze. I have a typo here. Freeze user if when they left the company.
Isn't it true?
Yeah, I said it's true.
No,
It's so true, but
if you guys-
freezing is for short term, I
Yes.
remember.
yes,
I mean, like
Is that
deactivate.
tricky?
We all confused with the active or deactivation button.
yeah, because if you guys remember in the class also we discussed about this, and I was saying that we are using the freeze button if they are go to any vacation or something short term, they are gonna come back. The only thing we don't want to log in to the org while they are in vacation. But if somebody left the company, then we can just go and deactivate them. You guys are all know where to do it, right? This is freeze right now. I can say edit and deactivate from here. In that way, when somebody left the company, they can just come and deactivate from here. After you say save, it's gonna be saved. Otherwise, what will happen? Let me tell you. One of the company I know, last 2 years, there was like 200, or I'm sorry, 300 people left the company. 300. And like nobody came here and deactivate them. And do you know what happened? The guys who left this company, like they went to the opponents, the other company. And while they were working over there, they took the advantage of they can still log into the system. And they took all the contacts and information for the customers. That is really something big issue. All right, so the only tricky part was here when they left the company. Because when they left, if you just freeze it, that was another difference we mentioned in the class. If we freeze it, our license is still in use. But if we come and if we just deactivate this user, then our license will be free. We can just switch this and we can give this license to another person after we save it. Does it make sense? Okay,
Yes.
so there was a question about the other question. So this is about the workflow also. If there is a master detail relationship, if we update the master record, can we update the field on the child record? This is no. All right, so I think in overall, 80% is a good number. I was aiming here, 70%. After yesterday, I asked you guys some question, but today it was a good job, I can say. Thank you so much, guys.
There was a question about ends with record type, I guess. There's a question that sound like really weird. At the beginning, I chose the wrong answer, and then with my second chance, I did the correct way, but it still doesn't match. I mean, it doesn't sound okay to me. Can we see the questions real quick?
Yeah, these are the questions.
Can you search? I think it was record type or record type.
Record type.
Yeah, yes. We can define the pic. Yes, this one. I said false first, and then with my second chance, I did true, but it still seems like false to me. I don't know. Can you explain this one?
This one, if you guys remember, while we were discussing about the page layout and record types, we are using the record types for the customizing the business process, right? So if I come back to here, what we did about that, I'm just trying to remember. there was like service, sales, and something else. We can define the values of the pick list according to the record type. I think it was about the position. Let me check.
Oh, it was the technical and non-technical position. But
Yes.
it was it the pick list values? Is it
It-
just for like fields, I guess?
No, let me show you.
Pick lists available for editing, it
Okay,
says.
some of them was about the level. I
Just
remember.
if you put
Location.
record types on the left, record types.
No, I'm just trying to show you the pick list first. What we have inside that one. Okay, these are the pick list values as a level, right?
Yes.
Job level. And there was another
Location also. Location pick lists. A functional area as well.
yeah, I'm looking for the functional area because they have the
Mhm.
dependency between each other. So if it is about the finance, we are gonna see something about the level like FN something
Yes.
number. If it is about the human resource, we are gonna see HR something. If we come back to the record types, and in here, we can arrange these values.
Yes,
So if I want, I can remove this one, remove this one, remove this one from technical. In that way, when somebody just try to create a position from here, and if they try to create a new position as a technical position, if I change that one, then I'm not gonna see whatever I removed from there. So we are defining the pick list values here.
yes, I just remember that.
Yeah, why do we do this? Because say if it is not about the technical stuff, information technology, it is related to technical positions. Retail operation or warehousing, we don't need to see them underneath the technical position layout. That's why we can just restrict this stuff from the record type. In that way, when we go to the page layout, we are not going to be able to see this, some of the values.
Yeah, I just thought when we create a field, when we put all the pick lists in the field, you remember we just write it and then when we save it, we can see it on the records, like any pick list. I thought it should be while creating, we can edit all the pick list
no.
values.
You thought from here, if
Yes.
you just choose the pick list.
Yes, we can edit our pick list values and we
No.
can add some or here. Yes, I thought this
Yeah.
one.
We can add from here, but what we were mentioning here, it was about the record types. So this is nothing related to the record type right now, because you are just creating the pick list.
Mhm, yes,
Does it make sense?
yes, now I just remember. Thank you.
Okay, you're right. So if any one of you guys would like to see the your own results, out of 60 questions, 55 correct answer for Aslı, and 52 correct answer for Tunç, 49 correct answer for Ebru, and for Ebru Nil, it is 39. So we are gonna do practice. You are gonna see the same questions later on also. But I am gonna keep adding the questions top of these questions. All right.
Did we have a time limit for each question? Because
It
I
was-
thought
It was
Uh,
30 seconds for each question.
if I don't answer in 30 seconds, I'm gonna lose my answering chance. And I had a lot of mistakes because I was
That's
in a
okay.
rush.
It is
And
fine.
also for first two interview questions you shared with us, I wasn't able to look for them today. I just had chance to study for relationship and for reports and dashboards. Just
Right.
so this is my reason.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, next time I hope it's gonna be better for me.
It will be getting better. This is definitely gonna happen. The only thing I am just trying to keep you guys refresh the memories. And if you remember, like while you are just studying for the certification questions, right? The first one, when you try to complete all the questions, it was the hardest part. The second one, it was taking less time. Third one, it's taking less time. Less. At the end of the 1 week, you will be able to answer 65 questions within like 15 minutes. This is same.
There were same questions, right? With first quiz and today's quiz. Did I understand correctly?
Yeah.
Some of questions were same, right?
There were only like 30 questions. I added 30 more.
Okay.
But the difference here about the interview, you should be able to explain some stuff. Like it is not yes or no questions. When they ask you about the roll-up summary field, you should remember some of the stuff. For example, there was a question about functions of the roll-up summary field. Function. Yeah. We have like one wrong answer here for the maximum. Do you remember the count? We talked about the aggregate fields. I don't remember which field has a roll-up summary.
It was on a review, I guess.
On the review.
Rating was something.
For example, if you guys don't remember, like, just try to
No, not in here.
review was the child, job application was the object.
Job,
Right?
I guess. Application. Yes, we have in job application, lots of roll-ups.
And there was another question. It was asking like where it is getting the field values for the roll-up summary fields. It is from the child, right? So when we come here, if we have roll-up summary, automatic calculation we said, and we choose a field here, rating, right? This is available just for these three. For the count, we don't need this field. Why? Because it is just going to the child object, which is review. It is just counting how many records are related to that specific job application record. if we find the same thing from here, if we just open 001. So we have 3, right? 1, 2, 3 reviews we have just for this particular one. When we come here, if we check number of reviews, it should be count. If we check from here, number of reviews, count. Where the values are coming from, review. That's why it is just showing 3 here. But if we check like the highest rating, which is coming from the max from roll-up summary field. Go back here. Highest rating, max. Same thing if we just doing like minimum or if we are doing sum, because we need the value of that field to make a calculation for total rating. For the minimum rating, highest rating, we need them. So do you guys have any more questions about the questions? Or maybe if you think like one of the questions is wrong, something like that, we can discuss. Otherwise, I'm going to continue with the data security.
I don't have any questions. Just would like to share, as I mentioned to you today, just one of the questions from the reports and dashboards. On our reports, it looks like we have 3 kinds of reports, but on the Sanjay's videos and the some of the research says it's 4.
Yes.
Just missing one is kind of joint report. What is meaning be able to connect to report each other and
We are just merging the reports to create the joint reports.
yes,
Okay, thank you.
we just you're welcome.
All right, when I say data security, what kind of security do you guys remember?
Object level security, field level security, I think,
Okay,
and org level security there was, I think.
okay. Anything else?
How about MFA?
We cannot count the MFA here, but
Okay.
we can think about that one inside the org level.
Got it.
So right here, org level, object level, field level. The only thing you didn't count is the record level security. When I say org level security, what do you guys remember? Like, what was the org and what do we need as a security to access that org? No need to think about like complicated, it's something easy. First of all, how do we enter the org, right? What do we need? If I just log out from here, this is the first thing it is asking. If I don't have any credentials, like the username or password, then I'm not gonna be able to join that org. So this is one of them. What else? Trusted IP ranges, login IP ranges, login hours. If you define your login hours according to your location, and if you say like any of my employee, they should log in between these login hours. If someone else tries to log in, even if they have the credentials, they are not going to be able to log in outside the login hours. So how can we reach there? We talk about the company information, right? We talk about the company settings, business hours. And we said this is default, it is like Pacific time. But if you would like to arrange it, you can arrange it for your own company. And if you make it active, you can choose the time zone. If you are, for example, if you are in Turkey and you are working in the business hours over there, it's going to be totally different from here, right? So you definitely need to arrange the time zone. If you just leave it as a default, anytime they can reach to the org. But if you just design this, like instead of 24 hours, if you say it is 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., actually, this is not gonna accept this. 05 p.m. Then they can only log in between these hours.
And what is this IP ranger? IP
Okay.
range.
IP range, it should be inside somewhere. You are giving the IP ranges according to like what IP range you are using in your company. You can restrict it if somebody is trying to log in outside that IP addresses, then they are not going to be able to join. For that one, I believe it was in the user setup. I'm just trying to remember. Not this one. This is local setting, not this one. Login key ranges and Salesforce. So it is
Profile.
underneath the profile restrict login IP. Underneath the profiles, but it's not giving me anything like that. But I remember last year this thing was underneath the users. Restrict login IP address. No. This is the page, Salesforce security guide. This one should be true. Select the profiles, click at his name, then login IP ranges. So go to profiles. Choose one of the profiles, say system admin. Click on that. And then in the overview page, click login IP ranges. Right. So when you add, for example, you are adding something 155.0.0.0, something like that. And then you are ending it with the 255. I think 255 was the last one. 0.0.0. And you can give a name here. If somebody try to log in outside of these IP ranges, they are not going to be able to log in.
Mr. Mevlut, I shared a picture on through the Slack. If you're able to open one of the option, it's showing the details about the IP settings from my own computer.
Let me see.
That will give you the idea of the what does it mean.
Just give me a second.
Sure.
My Slack is not coming here.
Well, let me share it to the chat.
My chat is not on this page also. But
Okay, so let me wait.
okay, let me share the other screen.
So this is IP.
192.168.0.183. This is the
That's-
IP address.
That's
guys-
belong.
You guys also remember how to take the IPs from your devices? In the beginning of the web development class.
How did we do it? I don't remember.
If you guys are using the Windows, right? Tunç, are you using Windows?
Windows.
Yeah, can you share the screen and show? I stop sharing.
If you enable to screen share.
Okay, just give me a second. Now you can try.
So
Go into settings.
If you go to the command prompt from your search, CMD, just click on the command prompt and type IP config. Yeah, there is no space on it. Enter. This IPv4 address is your IP address.
So when you're given a range for a user, kind of restriction to IP addresses, if that computer doesn't settle down with these IP ranges, not allowed to get in the cloud. That's kind of restriction.
Yes, that's correct.
It's kind of easy. Thing like that, it's kind of MAC addresses or like a IMEI addresses for the mobile phones. It's working like a same thing. giving you a restriction to log in for a server. So you can assign it on the Windows over here, as it says automatic. Let's say edit, updated manual. What kind of IP address are we gonna add it? Probably IB4. Then add it over here. You can able to, if you know the ranges and a user says, oh, I have a problem, I can't log in, you can just put the correct range and able to get in the computer.
So while we are giving the IP ranges, we can just, if you check like the 255 is the end of it. So nothing will be further than 255.255.255.0. But if you just restrict it at, for example, 215, so you can restrict over there. Most of the companies, they don't use it, but some of them, they use this. When they restrict the IP ranges, for example, you are working remotely, but you would like to work from Turkey to US, right? If they have any IP restriction like this, then you are not gonna be able to, because your IP address will be.
So which one is the actual IP address? Is it 255 or 192, right? Okay.
This one, this highlighted one is the actual.
Okay. What is the other one?
IPv4. Which one?
The one below that? That looks
This
like
one?
another set of, no, starting, yeah, that one or the one above, like
This-
255, 255. What are those?
It's mean up to.
Oh, okay.
End of the range, you can think about it.
Okay.
And default one is always 192.168.0.1.
And this is all about the physical location, right?
Which one?
Like the IP range is translates to physical location of the device that we are using to access to the org, right? Is it, or is it some sort of a
Connection, I guess, but I'm not sure. It shouldn't be location, but I'm not
It
sure.
is, if you just check online,
Coordinate.
IP will be internet protocol address. So since we are connecting from the our home wireless, it is taking the IP address from there.
So if I take my computer and go to a different city, the IP address is going to be different?
It should be.
Yeah, okay. So it just depends on
Yeah,
the
for
location
example,
of
you
that
said
device.
physical address,
Mhm.
not the physical address, but the mobile device address, I can say,
Mhm.
whatever you are connected to. But just this information will be enough because I don't have detailed information about the IP also, but at least you should know how to reach your IP address when somebody asks. All right.
So would that be our responsibility to actually restrict
No,
it and just
yeah.
set the boundaries of it or things like that as a developer?
It is the
No.
admin's responsibility.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you guys need to know.
But the setting of the IP details,
It is not about the Salesforce admins.
yeah. The thing is, like that, you're working on a company, they have IT department and they managing and servicing their user computers. there should be a technician, taking care of that kind of details. But what you're responsible, if you're using that kind of masking, you should provide them the correct address.
Yes,
You just-
sometimes, for example, if they are going to install an application to your computer, it doesn't supposed to be like related to the Salesforce. For example, they are using some VPNs, right? They would like to install that application to your computer remotely.
Mhm,
In that way, it is possible they can ask your IP address
mhm.
before they install it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. It is already 7:56, so I think we can just wrap it up here. So we just talk about the org level security only. But we can continue tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
You're welcome. See you guys in a few minutes in the Salesforce class.
All right.